Oh fuck, I got this thing dirty. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today it was like 95 degrees earlier and it's supposed to rain for the next week, so I just wanted to get out today and do a little bit of riding. It's kind of later now, it's cooled down a little bit, so I'm gonna go ride around tonight, get a couple braking miles before it starts raining. Right now it's 8:37, so it's kind of late afternoon. I also haven't ridden this thing at nighttime yet, so I want to see like how the headlights and stuff are on this thing. It's a super nice motorcycle. As you guys know, this bike's pretty much brand new. It's got 113 miles on it. I haven't really been able to ride it very much just because of like things going on, like just been working, the weather hasn't been the greatest. I made a couple videos with this bike so far, and in all my videos I pretty much just talk the whole time about how much I love this bike and how awesome it is. Yeah, it's a really nice bike. I could have gotten like any other bike for the same kind of price. I could have gotten anything for around like 9 grand or 13 grand maybe, but the reason that I chose this bike is because number one, it's a Honda. They're incredibly reliable motorcycles, super fun to ride. The second reason would be the e-clutch that I've talked so much about. I love the e-clutch system. It makes it pretty much a semi-automatic transmission where you could do some clutchless shifting. Super good for stop and go traffic. The transmission has honestly been very surprising. I've just been really shocked at how smooth it is. The third reason I went for this bike is the amount of comfort that you get. I could have gotten like a ZX6R or something like that, but you don't have the same, the riding position's a little bit different, so you have the same amount of comfort with, say, like a ZX6R or an R7 or something like that, or even an R9. This bike it's super comfortable. You're not in a crazy position, so you can ride for a little while on this bike. One thing that I have noticed though is that right where I'm at right now, about 5,000 RPMs, you do kind of feel a little bit of an engine vibration. You mostly feel it like in your feet. It's an inline-4 engine, and it'd be nice if that vibration wasn't there. It's not something you'd really expect when you go to buy an inline-4. Also, with the ZX6R, I could have gotten that bike. I was actually really close to doing so. And then they came out with the whole recall thing with the do not ride notices that Kawasaki's been sending out. Overall, I'm very glad I went with this one over the other things that I was looking for. It's been a super good motorcycle so far, and I've loved every minute of riding it. I've driven past this area a couple times. And with how hot it's been the past few days, literally all that I've thought about is this place. We have a bunch of big lakes in the area and stuff like that, but if I could choose anywhere to live, it'd probably be one of these houses. Big lakes are cool, but big ponds are even better. With big lakes, there's a lot of people just doing stupid shit all day. There's a lot of noise. One thing that I really like is just the peace and quiet out here. You can still kind of do what you want, but you don't have to deal with a ton of other people that aren't from there that are just doing crazy shit all day long. So I think that like living out here would be awesome. It'd be cool if I had a friend or something that lived over here. I would come over all the time and swim in this pond and fish in it and stuff. So this pond actually used to be like a quarry. We got a lot of quarries in southeastern Wisconsin. It used to be a quarry, and then back in like 2015 or so, I guess it was bought out. This section of the quarry was brought out, and they over time with the quarry, they started with a little tiny area of the pond, and they've kind of been expanding it. But when it got bought out, they expanded the pond significantly, and then started building houses and stuff around it. So that's kind of cool. They don't always start out as a pond like this. Yeah, this is where I'd buy a house if I could. It's been so hot in the central portion of the US for the past few days that a lot of roads are starting to buckle, and there's been a lot of crashes and stuff from it. I think just in like the county that I live in alone, there's been like 3 or 4 reports of roads buckling and causing a bunch of different issues. When the road buckles, basically it starts to bow in an upward position, so there's basically like a ramp that's causing the roadway. And as you can imagine, they cause a lot of crashes and a lot of damage to cars. I'm getting a little warm, starting to sweat a little bit, so I just can't believe how stable this motorcycle is. I guess the one word I can use to describe this motorcycle is just effortless. Actually, I'd say it's like just effortless and like, I don't know. There's so many words I can use, but I love this thing. I really just wanted to get out and put a couple miles on it while I can before it rains and while it's not super hot out. I've talked about this in some of my past videos, and some of you guys know about it, but I'm in the military, and one thing that's come up in recent world news is that Trump launched some missiles on some nuclear sites in Iran. The biggest things that I think about with this are that, like, I'm glad that it happened, because Iran was just going to town on Israel, and if it kept up, it was going to cause a world war. So kind of glad that it happened. At the same time, it kind of sucks now, because us U.S. military members are we're the ones that have to face the backlash for it. So if Iran does want to do some stuff and start causing more threats and things like that, then obviously we're gonna get sent, and we're gonna have to go there and take care of some more business. I was in the Middle East once back in 2020. Actually, it was 2021, but I wouldn't be opposed to going back there again. Obviously, I don't want to get too much into politics in this channel, but yeah, some crazy stuff happening, and hopefully I'm not gonna get forced into going over there and doing all that stuff. There's a lot of people that would volunteer to do it. I know a ton of people that would love to go over there and just take care of some business over there, but me personally, I've got a lot of stuff going on right now. I'm actually starting to kind of hate being in the military. I've been in for 8 years now, and I'm just kind of tired of it now. So I think being deployed again is probably not something I'd really want to do. Obviously, if I got the call that I had to go, I would go, but definitely not a personal choice of mine I would want to make. A lot of people have been watching my videos and asking me about my GoPro settings, like the settings that I have my GoPro on for this motorcycle. In my description of my videos, it'll say like what kind of gear I use. It'll tell you that I'm using a GoPro Hero 11 Black, the Purple Panda mic, and the GoPro mic adapter. And then I'm using a chin mount to mount the GoPro to my helmet. But I just made a short, like a YouTube short video that kind of just went through like all my settings and stuff on the GoPro itself. Just kind of show you guys like where I have my settings at. So I'm gonna have a link to that in the description if I remember to do that. So if you're interested to see my settings, you can go and check that out. Also, before I start to get questions asking what this blue light is that's on my bars right here, this is a USB port. And Hang on a second. So basically it's a USB port that has a voltmeter built into it. It's got 2 spots for USB. I think it is USB-C for both of them, but I'm not 100% certain. It does show the volts. At nighttime I could see where that'd be kind of annoying, but overall it doesn't really bother me that much. Basically I just ran it through the side of the bike and then hooked it up straight to the battery. I did all that while I was doing my fender eliminator, so I can just do everything at once instead of having to go back and do it again. I want to lift my visor up because it's so warm out, but I don't want to get smoked in the face by a bunch of bugs. This is a pretty good example of how good this headlight is though. There's the brights right there. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty good headlight. Obviously it's a motorcycle, so it's not going to be the same as a car. If you're buying a motorcycle for the first time and you've never ridden at night, don't expect it to be like a car's headlights. Obviously it's much smaller of a frame, so the headlights aren't spread out as far. When you get headlights that are spread out further, obviously you'll have that clearer view with like what's directly in front of you, because as you can imagine with the motorcycle it's very narrow, and the headlights are more of a V shape than what you would notice in a car. Here's what this beautiful bike looks like at night. It looks so good. I love the red on it. I know a lot of people don't really like the red, but I think the red just looks amazing. Look at how good it looks. I love, this is what I was talking about when I said I like the look of the stock exhaust. It just flows so seamlessly with the rest of the bike. Obviously I want the sound of like an upgraded exhaust system, but I just can't get over the look of this thing. I just don't know what's more important, the look of the bike or a little bit louder of an exhaust on here. The wheels, I love the black wheels with the little red and white stripes on them. I think it looks so good. Another thing I like about this bike is that with some of the older bikes, it has a dual headlight in the front, but one side's for brights and then one side's for the low beam. This has the dual low beams in the front, so it actually looks like it has 2 headlights instead of the other ones where it just looks kind of awkward. One thing I'm not really excited about though are these turn signals. I feel like they just stick out really far and they don't really flow with the rest of the bike, I don't think. Overall though, I think it's a really good looking motorcycle. Such a beautiful bike. This is a closed road. There's literally nobody here. It's private. Just a little disclaimer. I'm pretty impressed with the output of this headlight. All right. I know this is kind of a short video, but if you made it this far in the video, just know that I truly appreciate you and you're helping me out a ton. Today I kind of just wanted to get out and ride around for a little while and just enjoy the weather a little bit. It's been super hot, but night riding is a lot of fun. If you do like this video, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel. You'll probably find some other videos. If you have any suggestions or anything that I should do to this bike, let me know in the comments. Also, if you have any questions, let me know as well. Again, I truly appreciate you guys watching, and you guys are helping me out a ton, so thank you. With that, that'll be it. So have a good day, and bye. Shit. Here's what I use to clean my stuff off. Graphene detail spray from Adams Polishes. Super nice. Make sure you guys get the bugs off right away so the acidity from them doesn't eat in your paint. Good as new.